Hello YouTube, this is Amorman82 here. I'm here to talk about jetting a carburetor. I don't really know how, I know the concept. My idea for this engine was to try to get some more horsepower out of it by taking off this cage here. If you guys don't know what a snowmobile cooling fan is, Google it. It's just a belt-driven fan, and I'm thinking of taking this fan, taking this grate off, putting a pulley on top of the flywheel, making the fan run, cutting a half of a hole here, so the fan sits right here, half and half. Cutting a hole out here, so that half of the fan will go, the air will go in for cooling the fins. For that, I will put a little tab inside of there to cut that off, so some of the air will actually go onto the fins. Or I might even block this off totally, so some of the air actually stays in there. I will build this shroud out for the other half of the fan. This wall will stay. There'll be, it will all be blocked in. There will be a box built, and then some probably exhaust pipe will be piped around and go into the carburetor for the sort of like turbo. I don't really want to get into putting a diesel turbo in this, because turbos for the diesel engines, even the small compact tractors, are very expensive. I've seen there's a lot of videos online of them, people putting them on there, and I mean, these engines are usually good to run stock 3,600 RPM. You can goose them up a little bit, like channels like Fearless Front, where they run. Check them out, by the way, if you haven't looked up the channel. Taking off the governor and just running it wide open and just relying on the throttle for controlling the RPM. If you put the turbo on it, it's too much for the engine. It'll just keep blowing, and I really want to have some fun with my creation. I don't really want to keep swapping the engines in them, because I keep blowing them up, so I want to just use that fan. And that fan will run as fast as the engine will go, so obviously more RPM, the fan will go faster. So if I have it rigged where it's half and half, it'll cool the engine, and it'll act as putting more air into the carburetor. Now, jetting these carburetors, this one is non-adjustable. The jets are in the small brass screw underneath. And what you would do is there's one or two holes, depending on the horsepower of the engine. You drill them out a little bit bigger, and you put it back in. That way you get more fuel, but you have to have more air, and that's where that fan comes in, sort of like a fan turbo kind of thing. I don't know how to do it. I know how to do it, but I don't know how big to drill the holes, so I might just get myself a few of those screws, those carburetor bowl nuts, and drill them out at different diameters, and then try them to see which one is the best. I'm not looking to get a lot of power out of it. I'm just looking to run an experiment to see if I can get any throttle response time and things like that. This thing will go already plenty fast, because it's a variable speed and it'll be set. There's already 6 gears. I don't want to kill myself, but I just want to know if I can actually do it and modify it, where I can take another shroud like that and then cut the piece out and make another box to modify it and just fit it over this, and then run some pipe. It shouldn't be too difficult. I think I'd be able to do it. And that actually would look awesome, because I can incorporate the gas tank into that, because the fan would probably go here, so I'd cut this off, and it would be, I would call the engine the Jekyll and Hyde, that's for sure. Anyway, if you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe, and until next time.